Hey, younger fans, I'm Taylor Strecker, and this is where we go way behind the scenes of every episode from the comfort of my living room. This is your Getting Younger After Show. This episode left us hanging on Charles and Liza's almost kiss, while Kelsey's fling with Rob unleashed angry Claire, and Maggie managed to get uncanceled. Here to get into it all with me right now is my special guest, Debi Mazar. Debi, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
You look so beautiful, and you are in Italy. How are you?
I'm good. You look beautiful too. I'm good. I'm happy to be back with my family. I left my family for 5 months to shoot season 7 of Young.
Wow.
So this feels really good. I'm kind of just like decompressing. I feel like I'm unraveling.
So you're over in Italy now for like the long haul, yes?
Yeah, but I travel, so I'll be jumping on planes to go where I need to go.
Okay, so Debi, let's get into this episode. It was one for the books. Let's start at the end of the episode. Liza and Charles are coming like this close to making out on the sidewalk. At this point, I have to ask you, are you rooting for a reconciliation between these two, or are you just like ready for them to move on already?
I can't really be Team Charles because I've been Team Josh.
Yes.
Because I've known him, we've hung out, our characters have a relationship. But at this point, I just want Eliza to be happy. She always comes home and she's like, trying to tell me like, oh my God, this almost happened. She's always like emotional about everything. And I'm like, basically it's like, shit or get off the ball. It's like you have to like, just make a decision.
Well, also in this episode, Maggie had her own ups and downs when her art show got off to a very rough start, but then suddenly blew up. So you got to tell us, Debi, about shooting the scene where Lauren threatens Cass for showing up, because she mentions Maggie's affinity for knives, and you actually do have a knife collection, right?
I do. In fact,
did it come over to Italy with you?
Yes, it came on this ship because they're considered weapons. A lot of my knives are actually not even weapons. I mean, first of all, I have my chef's knives. I have my chef roll. Then I have like knives for cutting arugula. I have knives for, I have knives that have purpose.
Well, also in this episode, Cass ended up having a hand in actually helping Maggie's show get some really good publicity. So how do you see the relationship between Maggie and Cass right now in this episode?
In that moment, it was kind of the moment that everything turned around with between Cass and Maggie. And for me as an actress, she gave so much in that moment to me that it was really sincere that I was like, oh, all right, this is kind of interesting. And as she exits, I'm like, I just do one of those, and I watch her walk out the door, and but there's definitely an eyebrow raised.
Yeah, I was so thrilled when Janine was cast as Cass. I mean, what a great character to bring into the last season. I loved it, every second of it. It was so good.
She surprised me. I mean, I've always been a fan of hers, but she's got her whole groove going in her own way. And I thought like, how is this going to work? How are they going to make this work? And thank you so much. Getting some coffee delivered from my husband. Grazie. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyway, she really brought it. And what was so nice with Grant is that he gave me vulnerability. My character has never been vulnerable. I mean, I think this episode and the final episode for me are heavy because, you're seeing Maggie have like twists and turns, and, she's had highs, and this was like basically her lowest moment, the final season, which comes back up, but, it's a journey.
What is that sound? Oh my goodness gracious. I think it's the writer of tonight's episode, Grant Sloss. Hi, Grant. Hello. So Grant, before you came here, Debi and I were talking about her knife collection. And in this episode, Lauren references the knives. I have to ask you, when it comes to Debi and Maggie, like where is that intersection? Because I feel like sometimes you guys do write Debi into Maggie. Am I correct in making that assumption?
We do a lot. I actually didn't know about the knife collection, and now I would like an entire Getting Younger episode with the knife collection. Just Debbie like walking us through her arugula knife. The knife thing came from, I think it was episode or season 4.
When I slashed the painting?
Yeah, the slasher.
Right.
Yep.
And
it may have been one of those like osmosis things where we didn't know you had a knife collection, but we were like, I bet Maggie would. And like, it just like seeped in somehow.
You know, there were days where I thought I was a real badass and I would walk around with like bravado in New York. I mean, with a can of hairspray and a lighter. Coming out of beauty school, you know, and
I can't believe we never got to use that too. Like I love that you and your husband are Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay, so Grant, the last time you were here, okay, Debbie got to ask you a question that she wanted. This time, we're turning the tables. Grant, is there anything that you want to ask the one and only Debi Mazar? Like anything, now's your chance.
Oh my God, I want to, like, how much time do we have? Oh wow. What's off limits?
Nothing.
I knew that was me.
Yeah.
Is there anything that Maggie did over the course of 7 seasons that Debbie would never do?
Oh my God, yes. Well, first of all, she never had like a real job until this season. I mean, I'm like a workaholic. I love working. I need to go to work. I found like, I just feel like Maggie and myself are very, very different. She doesn't really seem to have like a hardcore sense of purpose or a real drive. Like she just kind of exists, and that's okay. I mean, she's great. She's social. She gives good advice because she's a little bit older, but you know, she was a little bit stuck in that kitchen, and for a very long time. And I'm not that person, like, you know.
Yeah.
But no, there's also a lot of similarities, you know, into because it is me acting, right? So and it is a comedy.
Yeah. There were definitely times when we realized we had like 4 episodes in a row where it was just like you in a kitchen talking to Liza, because for a time Maggie was the only person who knew what was going on, and so those scenes just kept coming up, and we were like, "Is Maggie agoraphobic?" and then we had to like write you out of the apartment to make sure that everybody knew that there wasn't like something wrong.
You know, I felt like, is Maggie depressed? She's always wearing like bathrobes. I don't even get dressed half the time unless I'm wearing painter's outfits. This particular season was wonderful, and Jackie, like Demeterio, the costume designer, she like blew it out of the water. I had fantastic tailored clothes, and I was never in the apartment until literally the last 3 days of filming. After 5 months, I was always out. But I loved every second of it. Thank you very much. Because I like seeing my city too. I mean, to have a New Yorker on a set stuck in a box, I was like, oh my God, everybody else is doing something. And I can't go to the office with them. I can't go to their parties.
Wow.
I felt left out. I'm joking.
Well, I was going to say, Maggie's been in the pandemic and quarantine for like all the seasons until the actual pandemic. And then she was free.
I was really happy that you guys didn't bring the COVID to the show.
Same.
I mean, filming was like really hard, but I was so happy that we kept it like entertaining.
Yeah, no, we definitely talked about it, and like ultimately came down on the side of it being like not the, I don't know. It just it didn't feel like
it's not happy times.
No.
Yeah, no.
Grant, thank you so much for joining us. You're such a delight, and thank you for such an incredible season.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Grant, and thank you for 7 fantastic seasons and all the fun and the laughs. It's been great.
You have been a dream to write, and we say this all the time that like we can get away with anything for Maggie because people love you so much. So Maggie can say the craziest, weirdest stuff, and people are like, oh, love her.
I know. It's really, people like I get it on my Instagram. People love
it. It's been a blast. Thank you for everything so much.
Thank you, Grant. I am getting very emotional because we are getting near the end. Okay, so all throughout this final season of Younger, we've been spending time in each episode of Getting Younger, looking back at where the show's been. One of the best things about Younger is the incredible friendships between the women on the show. So let's take a moment to appreciate a scene from season 4 that gave us all the feels.
Hey, what's going on?
We needed a girls' night. How was your date?
Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. Lauren, are you okay?
Aww.
She doesn't want to talk about it either.
You know what? We'll get back to reality tomorrow. Come on, sit. We're gonna watch The Crown.
You should just say we're gonna watch The Crown. Wow.
I know.
That just made me emotional. Thank you very much. I'm gonna like drip my false eyelashes right onto the table. Yeah, the relationships are special. You know, it's funny because all of us, male and female, we'll call each other here and there, you know, when we're not working. Rarely, because we all have children and lives and we're doing other jobs, we're going on location, whatever. But the relationships, you know, especially this particular season with working under such hard conditions, and prior seasons, like we have been, there's been deaths, there's been births, there's been marriages, there's been so much life lived off the set that we come to work and we bring it like I guess any other set, but it just the sharing and between the writing and having us all together like that in the scene that you just saw, so the way that we really feel, it became very natural. It became like a safe place. Like, these are my girlfriends at work, you know, and the way we all take care of each other is really nice. I mean, like, you know, we pick each other up.
It's just so special. You guys are so special individually together. And it is not lost on me that this is not the norm. This is very special and it's very rare. And everybody, top to bottom, has echoed that sentiment over the last 4 years since I've been with you guys. And
yeah,
I adore you guys. I'm such a fan as like literally a viewer of the show. And then getting to do this job with you guys, it's just
it's
the
magic.
ultimate.
I remember it was like season 1 or something, and they brought me onto your radio show. And I thought to myself, what is she doing in a dark box? She needs to be on camera. She's so dynamic. And then boom, voila, magic happened. And here you were, like, hosting the, you know, Getting Younger every season.
Debbie, your lips to God's ears.
Well, no, that's what happened.
That's incredible. You're right. I think I even interviewed you before Younger, actually, if memory serves right.
Credit for organizing that. I'm sure that was you.
Debbie, thank you so much for getting me this job.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for communicating with the guy upstairs. Debbie, I adore you. And just real quick, because I know we have to wrap, but the very first season we started doing Getting Younger, the after show, you were like, it was a rough go that first season on our end. I think it was like season 4 of the show. And I remember you were coming in at a really pivotal time for an interview, and it was like really impressed upon me, like, this is a really important episode, and you know, you just like, you got to really like do the best job ever. And I was so nervous, Debbie, and then you came in and you were so warm and incredible, and I just felt so safe with you, and we had a kick-ass show, and literally it was like smooth sailing ever since. So you are like my good luck charm. You have no idea. But
thank you. That's great. That's really good to hear. You know, it's so funny because I remember coming to that stage or whatever the location was. I mean, we've been in a couple of actually fantastic locations where you've hosted us, and always the set dressing is like groovy, you know, and I kind of miss those days of where we got to be in a studio together without a mask, like having a cocktail, talking amongst, like, you know, the beautiful set dressing that they used to do for you. We'll get back to that again on some other gig.
We will. And if not, we'll just have to meet up and get drinks, Debbie. Okay. So
I need to come to that loft. I'm loving that window.
Open invitation.
Okay.
So speaking of like a little walk down memory lane, I want to have fun with a little segment we're calling When You Were Younger. So I'm going to show you something that you said. I'm going to show you something that you said several seasons ago.
Okay.
And you're going to let us know if anything's changed since. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's take a look at an interview from season 2 where you talked about 3 things that were on your bucket list.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
I want to go to Salvador Bahia. And I want to dance samba and have a caipirinha and not pick up the phone. Number 1. Number 2, I want to go on vacation with my family. That's not work related. That's a deeper thing. I'm not going to elaborate, but like, you know, I have a family and we're always going places, but it's always like some agendas attached to it. And number 3, I would like to star in a play.
Okay. So Debbie, have you done any of these things? And are these still things that you want to do someday?
Okay, so number 1, no, I have not gone to Salvador Bahia. I am dancing samba, but I'm doing it in like my bathroom or around the house. Okay, that will happen. I play lots of samba music, and the dancing's happening here, and I don't pick up the phone when I'm doing it. So that check, except the travel part. The second one was going on a vacation. That was like really random. I don't know why I was talking so slow. Maybe I'm trying to think of what to say, but in terms of going on vacation, what that was, what I was alluding to was we always come to Italy. We used to always come. I say we used to always come to Italy, and we come to visit his mother. And, you know, I'm like, all right, I love your mother and I love going to Italy, but we have to actually go from Florence and then leave and go see other places, go to Sicily, go to Naples. So I finally put my foot down the past couple of years. And not only did we do that, we went to Stromboli and Napoli and all over Sicily, drove, road tripping. Kids had the best time. It was like sexy and inexpensive. And it really like was good for the relationship too. And we just had so much fun. And then on top of that, we realized how much we loved it and that I realized I could make it work. So now like I just moved here. It was it was a plan 20 years ago. So it wasn't like, oh, the pandemic, New York sucks. I never left New York because of that. I left New York because here I have an 11th century house that I was able to move into, like right in Florence. So I'm like, why not?
Ugh.
Just give it a try. Like, you know, I can always come back. I've moved to California before and moved back to New York several times. So I just feel like, you know, in life you have to try stuff. So bucket list on the vacation thing. The third one is no. I have not done a Broadway play. I've done like a couple of small things. Wasn't Broadway, it was theater, but I might do something in London, something small. You know, I'm not a theater girl. I'm definitely not musical theater, but I really enjoyed the audience participation. Like you would feel the audience. And for me, I'm old enough that I did 4-camera sitcom, you know, where you actually have like people going like, yes, instead of like, and I like that energy. So I might be trying some theater, but you know, we'll see. You know, now I'm going to try to work in Europe a little bit. You know, there's a lot of stuff that films here, obviously. So
yeah,
just to see if I can, you know, get that going, so I can just come home for the weekends instead of being away for 5 months. You know, for the family. Yeah. So, but you know, that makes the heart grow fonder. But adjusting is like kind of weird coming back. You're like, oh my God, like who am I? Where am I? What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you live here? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Debbie, I know I'm going to get to see you in the final episode of Getting Younger, but I just wanted to say, while I have you one-on-one, you are so wonderful and so special. And you've always treated me, I mean, with just so much love and safety. And I adore you. I don't think I
feel
can
we were
put
like
into words.
In that way. You mean, I always felt a kinship between us since the very beginning. You know, so, and you're really good at what you do. And when I go to work, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate people who are good at what they do. Do you know how many people like I sit down with and they like ask the dumbest questions? They don't know how to pick up. Like, if I get stuck and I don't know what to say, you're there to pick it up. You keep it moving. And that's like incredible. I've been on talk shows and people that had network shows, and I'm like, really, girl? How did you get this job? I should have your job because now I'm interviewing you because you can't pick up the slack here.
Oh, then it's even more of a compliment. Because if I really sucked, you would have told me. That's my favorite thing too. Debbie would come on the set and be like, excuse me, that shade of lipstick is not good on Taylor. She needs a bright pink. And you know what? You were right. You always had my back, even from the first day I met you. I swear to God, it was instant.
All us girls got to look out for each other.
Debbie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mwah. Love, love, love. Kisses, 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 and ciao.
All right, ciao for now. Bye.
Ciao for now. And you guys, thank you to everybody watching along. I'm Taylor Strecker, and this is Getting Younger. Join me right here after the next episode for more behind-the-scenes stories and insights from the cast. Until then, here's a sneak peek of what's coming up.
Hey, what's up?
I'm giving Kelsey some of my old pots and pans for her new place.
Kelsey doesn't cook.
Well, she does smoke weed, so anything can happen. You're in a good mood today.
Oh, well, it's been a good week. Charles came to Incubator.
Huh?
He said it reminded him of why he got into publishing, discovering new literary voices.
Stop with that book nerd talk. You're turning me on.
Well, it kind of did turn him on. We had a moment last night after dinner.
Oh, wait a minute. There was a dinner?
And there was wine, and there was lingering when we said goodnight.
Oh, lingering like with an L?
We almost kissed, but then we both pulled back.
Wait, why were you having dinner with him alone in the first place?
Because Kelsey couldn't make it.
No. You were thinking with your pussy.
No! Yes, I am attracted to him, but I can't help it. But we had our chance, and he's with Quinn now, and the best thing for us to just move on.
Don't tell it to me. Tell it to the boss.